Alright guys, we're going to do a little bit of practice with one of my favorite leash management skills, and that is teaching your dog to switch sides on a verbal cue or a hand signal. I want you to take 2 seconds to get organized. That means you've got your treats handy and on you, in your pocket, in a bait bag, and you're thinking about where you want your dog to be. I walk my dog on the right, so he's hanging out my right side next to my treats, and my leash is in my left hand, so that frees up my right hand to deliver treats as needed. We're organized now, and what we're going to do is I'm going to switch up my mechanics. So if this is how I normally would be walking my dog down the street, I'm going to actually switch my leash from my left hand to my right, and I'm going to reach across my body with my left hand, grab a piece of kibble, and I'm going to use a lure that's a magnet, using that treat like a magnet right in front of your pup's nose, staying nice and close to their face. I'm not jetting out in front of him, and I'm luring him to the position on my left hand side that I want. I'm not using a verbal cue right now, I'm just working on mechanics. Now to get him back to my right, switching my leash back to my left hand, got my right hand free, grabbing another piece of kibble, and I'm luring him back to my right. You might find it helpful, yes, to take a step back, to help your dog really lure back, go walk behind you if you have a large breed dog. That's going to really help them swing that whole body around. But you're going to stay here practicing this stationary until you and your dog are really comfortable with this motion. And you're going to stay at the level where you're using a lure until your pup is really anticipating what's happening. So switching your leash from one hand to the other, then luring your dog across your body and onto the other side. Good job. Don't care about a sit or a down or anything like that right now, but look at all this nice focus I'm getting. We're going to try this one more time. Treat in my hand, luring my pup across my body onto the opposite side, and I'm delivering my treat just about when he's facing forward. We got a little sideways there, didn't we? Let's try that one more time. I don't want to end on that one. Luring him back around. Once your pup has a really nice fluid motion going from one side to the other, you're not getting a lot of jumping, pawing, barking, then what I'm going to look for is, can I do the same thing without a treat in my hand? I'm still treating, I'm just going to get it behind the behavior. So switch my leash, which all tangled up. Can you back up for a second? Thank you. To my right hand, I'm luring my dog, or making that exact same hand motion. Yes. Except now I'm getting the treat behind the behavior. So he's just following my hand, he's not following the treat. Let's try that one more time. Yes, good job. And we're gonna stay here for a couple more reps, practice this, and then we'll start adding in the verbal cue. Adding in a verbal cue is super simple. We're gonna follow the same pattern we follow with all of our exercises, and then as you say your verbal cue first, then you help your dog out as needed. So how am I adding in this verbal cue? I'm gonna use switch, bringing my pup across my body into the position I want him in. He's running out of steam. Yes. Treating in that position. Switch. Bringing him across my body into the position. Yes. Good job. Switch. Trying not to move my hand and offer this hand signal. You notice he kind of ran off a little bit here. I'm just going to go back to a lure. That's okay. We're in the learning phase. I'm helping him be successful. Good job. But I'm leaving a little break between my verbal cue and my hand signal. I don't want to do them all at the same time. So switch. Yes. He does a lot better going to the right side where we normally walk than the left. If you notice, he's like, I'm not supposed to be on that side. Good job, buddy. Good job.